Last night's protests in Jerusalem, uh, like those in Tel Aviv and Haifa, were born of frustration, grief, and a growing conviction that the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's latest military plan is both morally reckless and politically unsustainable. And it's rather satisfying to see these protests. They are significant. Look here. The trigger was Thursday night's decision by the Israeli Security Cabinet to authorize a full seizure of Gaza City. The military had already warned this would endanger the 49 remaining hostages, at least 27 of whom are believed to be dead, and intensify Gaza's humanitarian collapse. International reaction has been swift and severe. The UN, the UK, France, Germany, and Australia condemned the move, warning of catastrophic consequences for civilians and for captives alike. And the Jerusalem rally, spearheaded by the Hostages and Missing Families Forum, carried the atmosphere of both a street protest and a public vigil. Parents, siblings, and children of those still in Hamas captivity held placards with faces, and they become national symbols. Some protesters, like the former soldier Max Krish, marched with signs declaring, "I refused," signalling their unwillingness to serve in what they describe as Netanyahu's political war. The speeches mixed personal heartbreak with sharp political criticism. Anat Agrest, whose son Matan is a hostage, called for a nationwide strike. And a bright red flag is waving over the government's decision to sacrifice our loved ones. And she told the crowd. Others addressed the Prime Minister directly, vowing to confront him in town squares, election campaigns, every time and place if hostages are killed in the operation. What makes this round of protests significant is their breadth. And this was not solely a left-wing or peace camp affair. Reservists, retired generals, families who once backed the Gaza war now oppose further escalation. Public opinion polling shows a decisive majority wants the fighting to end to secure a hostage deal, even if that means a ceasefire with Hamas. Meanwhile, Gaza's reality is apocalyptic. In the middle of a heat wave, displaced families live under plastic sheeting without water, electricity, or sanitation. The planned takeover of Gaza City is expected to displace another 800,000 residents still there. 30 civilians were killed just yesterday waiting for aid. Netanyahu insists this is not occupation but freeing Gaza from Hamas, yet the 5 stated principles of his endgame, disarmament, permanent security control, demilitarization, no return of the Palestinian Authority, and an undefined alternative civil administration, suggest a long-term Israeli footprint. His far-right allies openly speak of annexation. Last night's chants in Jerusalem, "Stop the war, bring them home," encapsulated the central dilemma. For the protesters, ending the war is no longer just a humanitarian imperative. It is the only route left to rescue the living and to halt what they see as a spiraling cycle of political obstinacy, military overreach, and national self-harm. If these rallies continue to grow in size and intensity, they may yet force Netanyahu into a reckoning, not on the battlefield, but on the streets of his own capital.